Hello everybody, welcome back to cryptogains for another video. I am going to be bringing you a video on Polkadot today, but I just had to re-record this intro. There's no way I could have done this video without doing a massive shout out to a friend. They want to be kept anonymous and they actually want to go by the name A Friend. You know who you are. Thank you so much. They just sent me one of the biggest tips I've ever had in my life, and it shocked me. I had to tell my mum, Mummy, what is it? Someone just tipped me massive. Are you escort? No, Mummy, I'm not escort. Then why did they do this far? Mummy, because they like looking at my YouTube and I think they like my video. You know I'm on there. Mommy, what are you doing on there? All you need to know is this. If you see these people, because they don't say person, if you see these people, make sure you show your gratitude. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna go too much. I'll end up bloody killing people. That African voice is too much. Anyway, what you sent me absolutely shocked my heart. I've never had such a huge tip like that from anyone, but I took your advice. I put most of my wallets in the about section, so if anyone else would like to tip me, you know, I'm always going to be truly grateful. Thank you so much. Shout out to you. I'm going to do a fade thing that's going to fade into today's Polkadot video, and yeah, hopefully I can make it look kind of neat and smooth. And in today's video, becoming a millionaire with Polkadot. Is it possible? I mean, I think it really is possible. We're going to go over this topic. If you are into Polkadot, or you've been thinking about getting Polkadot, or you know you got someone that's interested in Polkadot and they're saying, hey, I'm going to be a millionaire, man. You know, I'm going to go over this with you guys. We're going to try and figure out what it needs to do, where it needs to be in order to reach these goals for all of us. If this is interesting to you, please drop a like. Give me a subscribe if you're new watching. I'm going to dive straight into this, but before I do so, I need to let you know I'm not a financial advisor. These are just my own personal opinions on the market, so please always do your own research before investing any money, okay? That being said, I'm just looking at the coin market cap here because, you know, I'm trying to look at like what the top sort of like 1 to 10 coins are. And, you know, if you're going to invest into any of these top 10 coins, especially Polkadot being at number 5, you know, you're investing into it on the belief, get my words out right, that, you know, these coins here are going to be hitting $1 trillion market cap. Otherwise, what is the point in investing in these coins? Unless you're just in to get a quick buck and then go. But, you know, for the most people that are investing in these top 5 to 10 coins, you're investing in it hoping for it or believing that it can hit $1 trillion market cap. That being said, you know, let's really dive into this because, you know, for this to go to $1 trillion, what sort of price are we looking at? I'm going to break it down with you. You know, I'm going to go over the market cap and we can go over prices and things like that and take it from there. Right now, Polkadot is sitting at, well, at the time of recording this video, £12.81. Let's just check that in dollars. You're looking at a $17.52. Euros, 14 euros, 1,839 yen. I tried telling my mum about Polkadot. You know, it didn't go the way I hoped it to. You know, Mommy, Mommy, what is it? I've been trying to get my girlfriend to buy Polkadot. What is wrong with you? Why are you making her buy this thing for? No, Mommy, I don't think you understand. Is she into this porno? No, Mommy, it's not like that. I'm on about the crypto. You know, all the T's start coming out in her word. You hear every single T. What kind of authenticity is it? She goes to me, you're 30 years old. Yeah, not you're 30 years old. You're 30 years old. Okay, I'm just going to stop now. But I tried to tell my mum a lot about cryptocurrencies because I want her to become as successful as I am. So, you know, when I see like Polkadot and all these other top 5 cryptos performing really well, I say, Mum, like, you know, Mummy, we need to invest in Polkadot, because I'm trying to get my girl to invest in Polkadot, my sister, everyone that I can. I'm trying to get people to invest in coins that I believe can perform really well, and Polkadot is definitely one of them. So, especially when you can stake it as well, right? But, I'm going to go into all that a bit later on in the video. I suppose we can grab that up and just, talk about it in a bit. But let's really talk about, becoming a millionaire. And I think, staking Polkadot alongside the prices of what it can reach, for it to really hit $1 trillion market cap, it's got to have some serious partnerships. It's got to have a lot of people involved, and I think the staking side is really going to be pushing people to do this, because for the average person like you and me and your mums and your dads, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that are a bit more wealthier than me, but for the average people, staking becomes a big thing, because you can now create a passive income through staking crypto. And I know there's a lot of people watching that understands, but there's going to be new people that don't understand what staking is. And Polkadot allows people to create a passive income by earning rewards by staking their coin. And it's pretty simple. You put Polkadot into a wallet that accepts staking, and I'm pretty sure there's a few people that'll be able to drop comments down below and tell you all the best wallets and stuff, and then they will basically give you tokens back as a reward, saying thank you for keeping the network stable. But that's one side of way of really growing adoption on Polkadot. There's a lot more to it. You guys can do your own research on it in relation to how it's gonna grow adoption. But to be honest, it's already doing that, because again, it's the top 5 coin. I can show you up in this corner here, top 5. But what's it really going to take for people to become a millionaire? Because the staking side will be great. You'll be setting up this passive income. But let's look at the market cap, because I did this in one of my last videos. I actually did it in my video for Zilliqa. At the moment, it's sitting on an $11 billion market cap. Now some people get scared when they talk about market caps the size of this, because they don't know where to take it. They're constantly guessing, and when it's so easy to talk about a coin that's all the way down here, that's got a small market cap and whatever, so because obviously there's room for it to grow. But when you talk a coin that's in top 5, how much room is there really for it to grow? So I'm going to show you this, right? And again, like I said, if you're investing in the top 5, you're investing under the belief that you believe it can hit $1 trillion market cap. So let's get this up, right? So right now, it's 11 billion. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it into my Windows 10 basic calculator. Yeah? I'm going to times this by 10. If we times the market cap by 10 from the price that we see today, we would get $115 billion market cap, almost 116, right? Because of the 9 there. But we'll go with it, $115 billion market cap. Now, once we times it by 10, like I said in my other video, you could probably take this here and then shuffle the price across, because you're basically moving the decimal. So if you're timesing the market cap by 10, you can actually times the price by 10 as well. And you'd be looking at 120. Actually, let me take the first 3 digits, because that'll make it look better. You'd be looking at £128 Polkadot, right? And I'm just going to do this with you so you can see all the way through. Let me just add this here. So you can see £128 roughly is 175. So when you see an $115 billion market cap for Polkadot, you'd be looking at £128, $175, $145 euro. That's the sort of price that you're going to see Polkadot. But let's take it a step further, because like I said, we need to see it at $1 trillion. So if we times this by 10 again, which in a sense all we did was basically take the market cap from today and times it by 100, you'd be looking at $1 trillion market cap. Just over. $1.1 trillion market cap, right? Now this is the sort of market cap size that you are going to be wanting to look at when you invest in Polkadot. And then you got to say to yourself, is it achievable? Now me personally, over the next 5 to 10 years, and again, the reason I say 5 to 10, it might happen sooner. It might happen next month. But what I'm saying is that, because with the way the crypto is going, right? What I'm saying is that this is where we may see cryptocurrencies in the future, because right now institutions are getting involved, and they only seem to be focusing on Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. But you best believe that once these hit their trillion market caps, they will be branching out and looking for the next best thing, or something that's going to be up and coming. And then they're going to look at the top 10, even the top 5. And if Polkadot still sits in the top 5, even the top 10, these institutions are going to be looking, and they're going to want to get involved with the next coins before they hit $1 trillion, because that's how business works, especially when it comes to stocks, and especially when it comes to cryptocurrency. And a fine example of this is, you can look at the top market caps now of these coins. I remember when, like, back in 2017, when Ethereum was nowhere near 100 billion. When it was sitting at £3, it was nowhere near that. So, and then you had Bitcoin just about reach 1 billion, so 100 billion, and now Ethereum's in the 100 billions. So it's only going to be a matter of time to these coins getting 100 billions. But if Bitcoin goes up, you best believe that there's going to be a matter of time to these coins start to hit the trillions as well. But obviously the first goal for any institution is going to want to try and push Bitcoin to the trillion, but we will see Polkadot hit 1 trillion some point soon in the future. We will see it. And you know what, we can even come back to this video. I'll have to shuffle through, because I'm pretty sure I've done a few since then, but we can come back to this video and then we can analyze the situation and say, well, look, here you go, there's $1 trillion market cap. But yeah, going off this now, if it was to go to $1 trillion, we can actually take this again and times it and actually move the decimal over again. So, like I said, 115 billion was 128. So, at 1 trillion market cap, you'd be looking at £1,281 for the price of Polkadot, based on the price today, right? And it hitting the market cap of what I just said, 1,281. You see it here, right? So on that basis, if this price here, that just as soon as it hits $1 trillion, it's going to hit 1,281, and just to show you 1,281 in dollars, you're looking at a $1,751 Polkadot, whichever you want to pronounce it, Polkadot, darling. 1,454 euros, 183,929 yen. This is the price that you're kind of going to want to be looking at to become $1 trillion market cap. Now we've got that price. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take £1 million, because if you want to become a millionaire, million, you need to divide this by the price that we see when it hits $1 trillion market cap. And like I said, 1,281. So if we divide this by 1,281, you would need a total of 780 coins. Now, is that doable for the average person? I don't know, because actually maybe way back when it started, back here when you can get them for like £3, maybe doable. Let me just see right at the back. Down here, £2.21 when it first started off, August 2020. Could have been doable. And even still, it may be doable if we're talking $1 trillion market cap. If you keep investing over time, you can obviously build towards your portfolio and your position. But let me just grab up Polkadot to GBP, because I want to just show you how much it's going to cost. I should have done this before, I apologize. Let's just check it. So 780 coins. Yeah. Today's price, actually, it's not doable for the average person, but if you're investing and you feel like you can slowly cover £10,000 as an investment, that's what it's going to cost you. 9,999. I would call that 10 grand, to be honest. And just to show you what this looks like in dollars, because this is how much it's going to cost you based on the price today, right? You're looking at $13,673. If you have that spare, you could be setting yourself up for greatness with Polkadot. Trust me. And again, that's just based off of the price that we see today. Because if something crazy happens, right? Because we don't know. If this for some reason falls down in price, because the whole market just decides to take a massive drop, and it goes to £6, let's just say, right? Because obviously I've seen it as low as £3, right? I'm showing you here. I've seen it as low as £3. So if it was to somehow do some mad correction and just go here, like £6, what's that? £6.80, £6.70, yeah, anywhere here. If it was just like £5.29, if it was to go to £6, then you're looking at half this price really, because that's £12. So maybe, you know, 4.5 grand in the future, or 5 grand. If it falls down, who knows? We don't know. It could just end up going up and up and up and up. I mean, you can cross your fingers and toes. please go down, and just hope that it goes down. But you know, that's what you'd be looking at, half the price of that. But as it stands today, this is how much it's going to cost to get 780 coins. If you have that already, again, pat yourself on the back, because I believe you set yourself up for greatness with Polkadot. You know, and again, it's just a matter of being patient and waiting for Polkadot to hit a $1 trillion market cap price. Again, of what I say, 1,278, I think, at the time. This has gone down a bit. It says 1,276, but you know, again, 1,276, because all I did was shuffle it across, right? I took this here and shuffled it across. But you know, that's sort of the price that you'd be looking at to get a $1 trillion market cap. And you know, you got to ask yourself, do you think it's doable? If you do, drop some comments down below. Let me know what you think, because you know, even if it isn't, remember this: along the way, you could be staking Polkadot. I just want to grab up like Polkadot and to see what kind of rewards you can get for staking it. Polkadot stake. I usually do Polkadot stake calc. See if it comes up, calc, because that usually comes up with stakingrewards.com. Here it is, top one. If you ever want to check out what kind of rewards you can earn through staking cryptocurrency, just come on here. Actually, to be fair, it's not bad, guys. Look at this, 13.79%. Is that correct? Drop your comments down below if you're staking Polkadot, because I'm thinking about it, you know, really am. And you know, this is just based off of 1,000. If you had 1,000 Polkadot, you'd be making £200 every single month, and that gives you 11 Polkadot, you know, as a reward. So if you're staking and getting as a reward, but let's just be real for the average person, because I like to do this for the average person. So the average person would get, again, if you can afford £1,000, you know, you're not spending out on these expensive takeaways, you're not buying these expensive clothes, you ain't buying these expensive bags, you definitely ain't buying these expensive like makeup stuff, because I've seen this number 7, was it Chanel? No, it's not Chanel. Actually, it might be Chanel. I've seen this number 7 makeup, and I've seen all these makeups that are expensive. You don't need to buy them. Just go to Poundland. That's if you're a woman watching. Just go to Poundland and grab yourself some cheap makeup. Yeah, I know your face might look funny some days, but you might just get away with it if you learn, you know, because if you learn to do it more. Anyway, I'm talking too much. £1,000 would give you 78 dot. Guys, you just got to get used to it. This is what I do. I talk, I ramble. Anyway, what am I laughing for? Anyway, let's just see what 78 gives you. 78 would give you 0.896 dot every single month. Now, this is more realistic for the average person. Okay. Now, you imagine this. Every month, you're almost getting 1 dot. I would actually want to round that up. Me personally, I would want to round that up to 1 dot. So let's just see how much you'd need to get 1 dot. Maybe, not that much. Maybe it's 80. Let's have a look. 81, 85, 86, 88, 89. Okay, maybe we need 90. Here we go. You're going to need roughly 90 dot, right? I would personally, if I was to invest in like dot, I would want to have at least 90 at the bare minimum, because I would want to be getting at least 1 a month. So let's have a look, right? How much does 90 dot cost? You're looking at £1,151. And just to show you how much that is going to cost in dollars, 1,151. You're looking at a $1,500 investment. Again, not investment advice. I'm just telling you what I would do, right? Because at the bare minimum, if I'm just going to invest at the bare minimum, get my words out, I'd want to have at least be earning 1 dot a month. Now, it might not seem a lot to people right now. Again, you know, $18, but that's just based off the price it is today. You know, you get based off this investment, you get $18 a day. But again, if this goes to like times 10 and it goes to £170, you're now looking at $180, right? Because you're timesing it by 10 for every single dot that you get. And again, if you're investing into Polkadot under the intentions of believing it's going to hit a $1 trillion market cap, and I can only imagine the interest you're going to get each month if it does that. Because if it goes to a 1 trillion, and like I said, you're seeing prices of like 1,700 or whatever I said, 1,200 or whatever, you could be making £1,000 a month just off this investment, off this £1,000 investment in the future. But I'm going to be real with you. 90 dot would give you 1 dot every single month. There's 12 months in a year. Yeah. So you'd be getting 12 dot in 1 year. If you was long term on this, and when I say long term, I'm talking 10 years, because this is still a new coin, right? It's not been out long. It's been out since the beginning of 2020, and I'm the kind of person that if I invested in DOT, I would probably sit to 2030, purely for the fact that Bitcoin. The only reason Bitcoin is where it is now in such high price is because it's been around for 10 years, and I would like to see. Obviously, unless Polkadot just goes absolutely sky high next year and then it reaches $1 trillion next year, then obviously you won't have to. But at the bare minimum or bare maximum, whatever you want to call it, I would sit back on this for a minimum of 10 years. I would see this as a long-term investment and give it time to grow. Because what would it be in 10 years? You just don't know. And if that's the case, in 10 years, you would have accumulated, like I said, 1 year you get 12 dot. So 10 years, you would have had 122 dot. So then you'd be sitting on almost 210 dot, really, or something like that. You'd be on like a lot more dot than what you originally invested. And again, you got to think about the price as well. The price is going to increase. So your interest on what you're earning would also increase, especially if you restaked it back in. So yeah, I'm gonna just leave it here with you. I just want to open your mind to it, that there can be some good gains to be made with Polkadot, and it's very achievable to become a millionaire with Polkadot. But again, it's based on how much you have to invest. Can you afford 9,999? Some people buy a car with that, So, and we're talking average people. Average people save to buy a car. And if you can afford a car, then technically speaking, if you want to be more smart with your money, not investment advice, maybe you should be looking at Polkadot first before you buy the brum brum. Brum brum. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it here with you. I hope it helps someone. If it did, please drop a like. Give me a subscribe, especially if you're into Polkadot on this one. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Oh, before I go, shout out to my Patreons. Shout out to Jack. Shout out to Daniel Atkins and all my other patrons that are supporting me. Thank you so much. If you want to be one, please become a Patreon of mine. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Cheers.